Pushdown automata. Isha ji, good morning. After so many days, I'm seeing you, I think.
Yes,
Hello, Isha. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is this regular?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Bhushan, Girish,
Not regular, sir.
Ankit,
सर नो।
why?
सर जितने ए होंगे उतने बी होंगे, तो सर उसे ए का
Hmm.
काउंट रखना पड़ेगा ना।
Hmm.
तो मेमोरी चाहिए उसे जो नहीं होती।
Hmm. Good. Here it is not regular because we cannot construct a finite automata. Okay. Why can't we construct a finite automata? Because to accept this language, a memory is required for the finite automata. Why memory is required? Because in this language, whatever the number of A's, that many number of B's has to be there. So A's and B's must be equal. So you have to count the A's and B's. You have to check whether they are equal or not. For that, a memory is required. But a finite automata does not have the memory. Therefore, we cannot construct a finite automata to accept this language. Hence, this language is not regular. You remember this point? How can you forget this? It's important. Yes. In this, I told you A power and B power n. A memory is required. It is not possible. I told you, I gave you the notes also that time. Okay, after giving the notes, I have given this conclusion. Relation, finite regular, relation infinite not regular, no relation regular. We have done so many questions. How can you forget this one? Huh? Okay. Now, so this language cannot be accepted by finite automata. Okay. Then which automata will accept? This language will be accepted by push down automata. This language will be accepted by push down automata. Okay. Generally, the main objective of PDA, push down automata, is to accept context free languages. Context free languages. Okay. So PDA is used to accept context free languages. Okay. Whether it is PDA or any other automata, when that automata is accepting this language, it has to count the A's and B's whether they are equal or not. Okay. So for that, a memory is required. Yes, PDA has the memory. That memory is nothing but the stack. PDA has the memory. That memory is nothing but stack. Or we can call it as push down store. Okay. This stack is used to push the elements or pop the elements. So we can store the elements or we can delete the elements from the stack. Okay, na? So take the notes. PDA is used to accept context free languages. Next line. In PDA, a stack can be used to push or pop the symbols of the grammar. To push or pop the symbols of the grammar, which can be used as a memory. Okay, so look at this. The PDA is used to accept context-free languages, and a stack will be used in which we can push or pop the symbols, and this can be used as a memory. Okay, now yes, somebody is asking something. Hello. A PDA is a 7 tuple. We'll see the structure, complete definition. Generally, we represent with M stands for machine. Q, sigma, tau, del, Q naught, Z naught, F. What is this Q stands for? As usual, it is finite, means countable. Non-empty means minimum 1. Finite non-empty set of states. And this is, as usual, it is finite set of inputs, or we can call it as input alphabet. And this one, I told you, in PDA, a stack will be used. And in this stack, we push the symbols and we delete the symbols. So whatever the symbols we are popping and pushing, all those symbols are called as stack symbols. So it is also finite. And this is also non-empty. Minimum 1 will be there. Finite non-empty set of stack symbols, or we can call this as push down symbols. Finite non-empty set of stack symbols or push down symbols. Okay, and this is non-empty, and this is the transition function. This is the trans function. Q cross sigma cross I will explain this later. Q cross sigma and epsilon cross tau into Q cross tau star. What is this? We will see later. And this is, as usual, initial state. Only one initial state will be there. And initial state is the one of the state from Q. And this is, I told you, a stack will be there in the PDA, and whenever the machine starts, there will be only one symbol. That symbol is nothing but initial stack symbol. So every time minimum one symbol is there in the stack, and that stack symbol is one of the symbols from the stack alphabet, this one, and that is the reason I told you it is non-empty. Okay, so Z0 is the initial stack symbol, so minimum Z0 will be there. Okay, and this is initial push down symbol or initial stack symbol. Initial stack symbol, and it is belongs to tau. And this is set of final states. Set of final states may be 0 or more. A PDA can have the zero final states, or can have 1 or 2 or more. Okay, F is the set of final states as in the case of finite automata. Okay, copy this one. Is this visible clearly? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Clearly? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay, copy this one. It's a 7 tuple Q set of states, sigma set of inputs. Bhushan,
Yes, sir. So you have explained only 7 tuple. What is 7 tuple?
so this one,
No,
I have
sir.
dictated this one. Huh? There?
No,
No,
sir.
Not there.
No.
Oh, see, I have explained this. Sure.
You only explain that what is F, what is Q naught, what is epsilon, all that, the 7 tuples.
So this transaction also. This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
this
sir.
one. Okay.
There only.
So I have dictated this one. The elements of the trans function are of the form. This one?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir. This one, no.
Okay. So much time wasted. It's very important topic. Okay. Actually, here raining heavily. Maybe the reason I lost the internet. Okay, guys. So I repeat for the flow. It is a 7 tuple Q sigma tau del Q naught Z naught F. Q is the finite non-empty set of states. Sigma is the set of inputs. Tau is the set of stack symbols, and it is non-empty minimum 1. and Q naught is the initial state, Z naught is the initial stack symbol, F is the set of finite states, maybe 0 or more. And this is the transition function, and this is defined like this: Q cross sigma union cross tau into Q cross tau star. This means in every transaction, it takes the state, Q represent the state. Hello, just 1 second. Just now I got the calls, and I will note down this, save these numbers. So whenever, if next time if I don't visible or if my voice is not audible to you more than 1 minute, just give me a call immediately. Who is this? Something last 394. Just now I spoke.
Yes, sir. Radhika.
Radhika.
Yes.
Okay. And I think this also 347. 2 missed calls are there.
No, sir, it was me, Bhushan.
Bhushan. Okay, I'll save your number, and you and
Okay, sir.
Radhika. Okay. And next time, if there is interruption for more than 1 minute, just give me a call immediately. Okay, because I have experienced so much of, I didn't notice that. Okay, guys, come back. Here, this Q means in every transaction, it takes a state. Let Q is the state. And forget about this for a while. Just we will see this later. Sigma represents an input symbol. So it takes an input symbol. Okay. It takes a state and input symbol in every transaction. And here it is stack symbol. It takes a stack symbol. Let Z be the stack symbol. After completion of the transaction, this is the state. It gives a state, maybe the same state Q, or it may goes to different state, as in the case of finite automata. In finite automata also, after completion of the transaction, it may remain in the same state. Means after taking input symbol, it may remain in the same state, or it may go to another state, like that. Here also, it may remain in Q, or it may go to Q dash. And alpha is combination of stack symbols. We will see what is this. Okay, this is, so now take the notes. The elements of the transition function, are, every one of you please take the notes. The elements of the transition function are of the form, write this: del of Q comma A comma Z equal to del of Q comma A comma Z equal to, otherwise I write here, the elements of the transition function are of the form del of Q comma A comma Z equal to Q dash comma alpha, where what are Q and Q dash here? Q and Q dash are the states. Okay, and what is A? Input symbol. What is Z? Stack symbol. And what is alpha? Combination of stack symbols. Okay, copy this one. So you need not to write this one. To explain, I wrote like this. Just you copy this one only. This one. The elements of the transition function are of the form. Done? Guys, done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, so we will see with one example, what is this? Now I will explain you with an example. Whether you understand or don't understand, don't worry. Just keep listening. At the end, every one of you will get 100%. Okay? Now, what happens in every transaction? Suppose, let the machine is in Q naught at present, let this is the input string A, B, B, A. And I told you there will be a stack in the PDA, and in the stack we push and pop the symbols. So let this is the stack, and let the symbols in this stack from top to bottom are Z2, Z1, Z0. So here Q0 is the present state and AB, BA is the input string, and the symbols in the stack are from top to bottom Z2, Z1, Z0. Okay, now as in the case of finite automata, the PDA also scans the input string from left to right. If this is the input string, it scans the string from left to right, and starting from the leftmost symbol, here it starts. And in every transaction, it will take only one symbol. This is the first symbol. It will take this symbol. It will perform some transaction. After that, it will move to the next input symbol. Again, it will take this input symbol and it will do some transaction. Next, it will move to the next input symbol. Again, it will take this. Then it will do like this. The string will be scanned. Suppose this is the string AB something. Okay, it scans this. It will do some transaction. Then it will come to this. Again, it will scan this and it will do some transaction. Then it will come to this one like this. So the PDA cannot take two or more symbols at a time in any transaction. It will take or it will scan the input string only one symbol at a time and starting from leftmost, and it will move to the rightmost. Okay, now okay, and in every transaction the PDA takes the topmost symbol from the stack. Even though there are 100 symbols, every time the PDA take the topmost symbol from the stack. At present, what is the topmost symbol here? Z2, Z1, Z0. You can see the topmost symbol is Z2. Okay, so in every transaction, if this is the present situation, look at this. If this is the present situation, means if the machine is in state Q0, and if input string is ABBA, it's take the only leftmost symbol A. And if these are the symbols in the stack, and what is the topmost symbol? Z2. So in every transaction, the PDA takes the present state. The PDA takes the present state and present input symbol and topmost symbol. Okay. Yes, in the case of design of finite automata, we have done so many designs. So we haven't to do same design for every question. So that depends on the language, the design will be. Okay. So for one language, L1, we consider one DFA. For L2, we'll consider another DFA. Like that. Here also, the PDA, we do the design depends on the requirement. Okay. I am defining like this. Just you don't concentrate on this one, why I am writing, how I am writing. You just concentrate on the meaning of the move. So once we'll go to the design part, that time you will understand what to do and how to do. Okay. So in every transaction, it takes the present state, that is Q0, and the present input symbol, that is A, and the topmost symbol, that is Z2. Okay. If the machine is in this situation, if I define like this, what is the meaning of this one? Okay, I am defining like this. Try to understand the meaning of the move. Okay, don't think about why I'm writing, how I am writing. It is unnecessary to you. Okay, if move is defined like this, Q0 comma, this is the move. Okay, this is the tool. You have the tool like this. So what is the meaning of this one? If the machine is in Q0, if input symbol is A and the top symbol is in Z2, the topmost symbol in the stack is Z2, then which state what is the state I wrote here? Q0 means you just keep in the same state, don't change the state. And here, what is the topmost symbol in the stack? Z2. This here, what did I write? I wrote epsilon. So here I didn't write Z2. Here I didn't write Z2. Means this epsilon means whatever this topmost symbol, that is Z2, you delete from the stack. That is the meaning of this epsilon. I repeat, guys. when the machine is in Q0 and input symbol is A and topmost symbol is Z2, be in the same state and delete the topmost symbol from the stack. That is the meaning of that move. Okay. So after this, the machine will be in the same state. Here it has scanned A, so the remaining inputs will be BBA, and here it is deleting Z2, so the remaining symbols in the stack are Z1, Z0. Okay, now? Okay, now every time it takes the state, that is Q0, and present input symbol, that is B, and topmost symbol, that is Z1. So Q0, B, Z1. If I define like this, Q1 comma Z1, what is the meaning of this move? This means, try to understand the meaning, okay? This means if the machine is in Q0 and input symbol is B and the topmost symbol is Z1, I repeat, Q0 is the state and input symbol is B and the topmost symbol is Z1, then look at this Q1, means change the state from Q0 to Q1, means the machine moves to the state Q1. And here Z1, what is the topmost symbol here? Z1. What I wrote here, Z1, means don't disturb the Z1. Actually, what happened in the previous transaction, it has deleted this Z2. Okay, and for the next transaction, what will be the topmost symbol? The topmost symbol is Z1. Now the machine is taking the Z1, and what I wrote here, Z1, means after completion of this transaction, change the state from Q0 to Q1. Change the state from Q0 to Q1, and this input string is scanned one by one. So this is the remaining input symbol, and this Z1 means don't touch the stack, just keep the Z1 as it is. That is the meaning of this move. Do you understand, guys? Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anybody has any doubts, please ask me. Okay. Now, this is the present situation. What is this present situation? The machine is in Q1, here, left side, and the input string is B, and the topmost symbol in the stack is Z1. Okay, I am defining a move. Q1, B, Z1. I am defining like this. Okay, I'm not changing the state. You may or may not change the state. If I write like this, what does it mean? Look at this, guys. Here, the topmost symbol, the topmost symbol in the stack is Z1. I repeat, the state is Q1 and input symbol is B and the topmost symbol is Z1. And here the same state means B in the same state. So I'll do the transaction. Here state will be the same, Q1, and input symbol is scanned. So the remaining input string will be A. And here, what is the meaning of this one? A. Actually, what is the topmost symbol here? Z1. But what I wrote here, A. This means, see, here I didn't write Z1. I wrote only A. This means delete the Z1 from the stack. Delete the Z1 from the stack, and you replace with A. So simply replace Z1 by A. Okay. So A and the below symbol is Z0. Do you understand the meaning of this one? So, one second. If I write like this, what does it mean? If I write the same move, if I define like this, what does it mean? Here, look at this. What is the topmost symbol? Z1. Here, did I write the Z1? Yes, I wrote the Z1. And before that, what I wrote A means you keep the Z1 as it is. You keep the Z1 as it is. And on top of it, push A. That is the meaning of this one. So what happens here? So Z1 will be as it is. Z1 will be as it is. On top of Z1, we push A, and below that Z0 is there. Okay, like that. If I define the move like this, what is the meaning of this one? If I define the move like this, means keep the Z1 as it is, push 2A's like this. If I define like this, means keep the Z1 as it is, push 3A's like that. I can push 4A's, 5A's, 6A's. I can push any number of A's. Or if I do like this, if I define like this, what is the meaning of this one? Look at this. Here I didn't write the Z1. Z1 is not there. Means you delete the Z1 from the stack. You delete the Z1 from the stack and push 3A's into the stack. Push 3A's into the stack. So this will be the result. Okay. And after this, the topmost symbol will be this A. So every time the machine take the topmost symbol only. Okay. So I repeat, the topmost symbol Z2 here, it is deleted. And topmost symbol Z1, it is kept as it is. And here we can replace Z1 with one symbol. Means in Z1 place we can write only one symbol. Or by keeping the Z1, we can push 1A or 2A's or 3A's or 4A's or any number of A's. Or by deleting the Z1 also, we can push one or more symbols. Okay, so this is the transaction about the stack. So after, I repeat, completion of every transaction, the topmost symbol can be deleted, or the topmost symbol can be kept as it is, or the topmost symbol can be keeping as it is. We can add one or more symbols, or by deleting also we can add one or more symbols. But there is one condition. Look at this. Suppose these, don't disturb, go. Suppose these, suppose these are the symbols in the stack. At present, Z4 is the topmost symbol. This symbol only will be taken by the PDA. And when Z4 is there, it cannot take any of these symbols. After completion of this transaction, this Z4 can be deleted from the stack, or we can keep the Z4 as it is, or this Z4 can be replaced by any other symbol, or by keeping the Z4, we can add one or more symbols, or by deleting also, we can add one or more symbols. But when Z4 is there, the PDA cannot access any of these below symbols. Means it cannot touch the Z3 or Z2 or Z1 or Z0. Okay, that means what I mean to say is, when this Z3, when Z4 is there, and after this transaction I delete this symbol and delete this and delete this, or I replace Z3 by A or Z2 by B, like this, you cannot do. You cannot touch any of these symbols when Z4 is present. Suppose in this particular transaction we have deleted this Z4, means Z1 and Z0, Z1, Z2. Okay, if you delete the Z4 in this transaction, now for the next transaction, Z3 will be the topmost symbol. Now you can do anything with Z3. You can delete this Z3 or keep this Z3 or replace this Z3, but you cannot access any of these below symbols. Okay, do you understand, guys? Hello, do you understand? At least some part.
Yes, sir.
Are you there? Okay, now take the notes. Every one of you take the notes. In every transaction, the PDA takes the present state, and present input symbol. Take the present state and present input symbol, and the topmost symbol from the stack. Present state and present input symbol and the topmost symbol from the stack. Full stop. After completion of each transaction, the PDA may or may not change the state. The PDA may or may not change the state. And the topmost symbol in the stack, may be deleted, or kept as it is, or one or more symbols can be added into the stack, by deleting or keeping the topmost symbol in the stack. Here what I mean to say is, if Z3 is the topmost symbol, after completion of this transaction, we can keep this Z3 and we can push one or more symbols, or by deleting this Z3, we can push one or more symbols. That is the meaning of this one. Okay, I repeat, by keeping or deleting the topmost symbol in the stack. Okay, and continue. But the symbols which are below the topmost symbol, will not be disturbed. Okay, so this is about the transition function del. Okay, so we have seen the complete definition of this PDA. Here, I told you sigma union epsilon. What is the meaning of this sigma union epsilon? Look at this. Sigma union epsilon. Suppose sigma is AB, then what is sigma union epsilon? Sigma union epsilon will be AB epsilon. This means in every transaction, the machine takes the state, okay, and takes a symbol from sigma union epsilon. Means it can take A, or it can take B, or it can take even epsilon. Means it can perform, it can make a transaction without taking the input symbol. That is the meaning of epsilon. Okay, the PDA can make a transaction by taking the input symbol from sigma, or without taking the input symbol. Means it takes the epsilon. That means without taking the input symbol. And what is this? It takes the topmost symbol. Okay, so this is called null move. So what is null move? Del of Q comma epsilon comma Z. What does it means? Okay, I'll tell you. Look at this. The machine is here, Q1 in this. Q1, B, Z1. In PDA, it is not necessary to define for every combination of Q, comma, A, comma, Z. This means for every state, for every input symbol, for every stack symbol, you need not to define. Whatever we required, we define for them only. Okay, so you need not to Q. Suppose there are 3 states, Q0, Q1, Q2, and suppose there are 4 inputs A, B, C, D. and suppose there are Z4, Z5, Z3, Z2, Z1 like this, there are 5 stack symbols. So you need not to define for every state, for every input symbol, for every stack symbol. No, whatever we required, we define for them only. Okay, so in this process, at this situation, the machine is in Q1 and input symbol is B. The machine is in Q1 and input symbol is B and top symbol is Z1. I don't require this situation, means I don't require Q1 comma B comma Z1. If I don't require, I don't define. I don't define means simply empty. Even you need not to write equal to empty when you are not defining. Okay, empty means it is undefined, or just delete this. Okay, and what is the present situation here? The present situation is the machine is in Q1 state. The machine is in Q1 state and input symbol is B and the top symbol is Z1. So look at this. Here we don't have Q1 comma B comma Z1. When there is no move, the machine stops. Okay, but I am defining a move like this. Just please concentrate here. I am defining a move like this. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am defining a move like this, Q1 comma epsilon comma Z1. Something. Okay. What is the meaning of this move? Please guys, look at this. What is the meaning of this move? The meaning of this move is when the machine is in Q1 state and input symbol is empty. No, it is not the meaning like that. It is not like that. Okay, the actual meaning I tell you. When the machine is in Q1 state and if the topmost symbol in the stack is Z1, I repeat, when the machine is in Q1 state and the topmost symbol in the stack is Z1, then make a transaction without taking the input symbol. Whatever the input symbol is there, don't take that input symbol. That is the meaning of this epsilon. Whether input symbol is there or not there, you don't take the input symbol. That's the meaning. And this one you can understand. What does it mean? You just tell me, anybody, what is the meaning of this result? Hello? What is the meaning of Q2 comma A?
We have to remain.
Huh?
We have to push A in a stack.
Replace Z1 with A. Means you delete the Z1 and replace with A. Yes or no?
Yes.
And change the state to Q2.
Q2.
So now guys, look at this. So whenever machine is Q1, yes, it is in Q1. And top symbol is Z1, yes, then don't take this input symbol. So I'm not taking. So simply make a transaction without taking input symbol. Okay, after this, it will go to Q2 state because it is different. And don't take this input symbol. If you are not taking, the same input string will be carried. And what is the meaning of this A? Replace Z1 with A. Okay, that's the meaning of this one. So what is the null move? The null move is Q comma epsilon comma Z. What does it mean? It can make a transaction without taking the input symbol. So take the notes, guys. Sometimes take the notes. Sometimes the PDA can make a transaction without taking the input symbol. Without taking the input symbols. In brackets, you just write like this. Continue. That is, copy like this. In brackets. Copy this one. Okay. After this, continue after this. Such moves are called as null moves. Null moves. Okay. Next. It will take the time to say give the concept, but if you really understand the concept, you will enjoy the designing part. Okay. Now, ID. Instantaneous description. Instantaneous description, ID. What is ID? Okay, this is an ID, and this is an ID, and this is an ID, and this is an ID. Everything is ID. Okay, so simply an ID is, guys, take this heading. An ID is del of Q comma W comma alpha. This means you will, with an ID, you will know the present situation of the machine. So what is the state? What is the input string? And what are the symbols in the stack from top to bottom? Okay, so an ID is del of Q comma W comma alpha, where Q is belongs to Q, means it is a state. W belongs sigma star, means it is an input symbol. Alpha means alpha belongs tau star, means it is a combination of stack symbols. Example, in this situation, the state is Q naught and the input string is A, B, B, A, and this is W. Okay, and this is alpha. What is alpha? Z2, Z1, Z0. The symbols in the stack from top to bottom, Z2, Z1, Z0. That's the meaning of this one. Okay, hobbies. Done. Next. Initial ID. If M equal to Q sigma tau del Q naught Z naught F. This is the structure, this one. Q sigma tau del Q naught Z naught F. Okay. If this is the PDA, by giving like this, what will you understand? You will understand what are the states and what are the inputs symbols, what are the stack symbols, what is the initial state, what is the initial stack symbol, what are the final states, you will understand. If M is equal to this one is a PDA, okay, then initial ID is, what is the meaning of initial ID? Whenever the machine starts, in the case of finite automata, whenever the machine starts, it has to start from initial state. Similarly, the PDA has to start from initial state. What is initial state here? Q naught. It is given here. This is initial ID. Okay. And the string can be anything. When a finite automata is scanning the input string, that string can be anything. So W. And whenever the machine starts, the PDA starts, in the stack, there will be only one symbol in the stack. That symbol is initial stack symbol. So whenever machine starts, it has to start from Q naught, and string can be anything. In the stack, there will be only one symbol, that is Z naught. This is initial ID. Where what is W here? W is any combination of input symbols. Copy this, guys. Done? Next, take a note. In PDA, it is not necessary. It is not necessary to define for every combination of in PDA, it is not necessary to define for every combination of del of Q comma A comma Z. Del of Q comma A comma Z, where Q is a state and A is an input symbol and Z is stack symbol. Okay, it is not necessary. So whatever we require, we define for them only. Okay, next one, important concept, acceptance by PDA. Acceptance by PDA. After this, we will go for design part. A PDA can accept the strings. A PDA can accept the strings. Go. A PDA can accept the strings in two ways. One is by final state, and the second one is by empty stack. One is by final state and the other one is by empty stack. Okay, now copy this one. In two ways. One is by final state and the other one is by empty stack. First, we will see by final state. By final state, whether it is accepting the strings by final state or by empty stack, as in the case of finite automata, the finite automata has to start from initial state. Here, like this, the PDA has to start from initial ID. What is the initial ID? Okay, del of Q naught comma W comma Z naught. I told you now. Okay, this is. Okay, it has to start from initial ID, that is Q naught comma W comma Z naught. Okay. Guys, listen. If M equal to Q comma sigma comma tau comma del Q naught Z naught F is a PDA, then the set of strings accepted by PDA by final state or defined as here PDA, the M is the PDA, and if it is accepting the strings by final state, I am defining those strings, set of strings. The strings are of combination of input symbols. So W belongs to sigma star, means every string is combination of input symbols only. Okay, the set of all strings accepted by PDA or defined as in the case of finite automata, the finite automata has to start from initial state. Like that, the PDA has to start from initial ID. So means it has to start from initial state Q naught, and there will be only one symbol in the stack, that is initial stack symbol. So it has to start from Q naught and Z naught. Here W is a string. It can be a valid string or invalid string. If it is a valid string, it will be accepted. If it is invalid string, it will be rejected. Okay. After this, so it has to start from initial ID. After one or more moves, after one or more transactions, when the machine stops, it has to stop in a final state, QF. And whatever the string we are taking, that string must be scanned completely. The same in the case of finite automata. Okay. So when the machine stops, it has to stop in final state. The string must be scanned completely. So when the machine stops, the stack here, this is the stack. The stack can be empty, means there are no symbols, and there can be no symbols in the stack, or it can have one symbol, or it can have two symbols, it can have three symbols, or four symbols, five symbols. So here the stack is not at all important. We don't bother about the stack. Three conditions has to be satisfied. One is it has to start from initial ID, it has to reach the final state, the string must be scanned completely, then the stacks can have 0 or more symbols. Okay, so this is the condition for accepting the strings. Okay, where QF is a final state and alpha can be any combination of, means it can be empty, means alpha may or may not be empty. If it can be 0 or 1 or more symbols. So copy this, guys. Copy this. If M equal to is a PDA, then set of all strings accepted by PDA by final state or defined as T of M. Here M is the PDA and the strings are W belongs sigma star, and the string is said to be accepted if it starts from initial ID and reaches the final state and the string empty. Copied? And one more, by empty stack. Second one, by empty stack. If you are designing a PDA by empty stack, so if M equal to Q set of states, set of inputs, sigma is set of inputs, and set of stack symbols, trans function, initial state, initial stack symbol, and the final states. Look at this. What does it means? Ankit, what does it means? What is the meaning of anybody? What is the meaning of phi? Guys, please respond. What is the meaning of this phi here?
Stack is empty.
Huh?
Stack is empty.
What is boss? This represent what? This represent what? What?
Stack is empty.
This is what? This is for what, boss? Hello, here.
Final
Can you
state.
see?
Set
Ah,
of
final state. Final
There
state
is
means
no
what?
final
Here
state.
phi means empty, zero final states. So when you are accepting the strings by empty stack, better you don't take the final states. It is not compulsory. When you are accepting the strings by empty stack, then why should I take the final states unnecessarily? So when you are not accepting empty stack, you need not to take the final states. Then the set of all strings accepted by PDA by empty stack or defined as, see guys, whether it is accepting n of m, I am defining n of m, the set of strings. The strings are combination of input symbols. Whether the PDA is accepting by final state or empty stack, it has to start from initial ID. That is Q naught, W, Z naught. Okay, here also, by final state also, it has to start from initial ID, Q naught, W, Z naught. After one or more transactions, that is the reason here this star means after one or more transaction. Here we are not taking the final state, so it can reach any of the state. Okay, it may be in Q0 or Q1, Q2, it doesn't matter. As in the case of final state, here also the string must be scanned completely. Here, what is the meaning of empty stack? When the machine stops, the stack should be empty. Means when the machine stops, there should not be any symbol in the stack. So by starting at initial ID, when the machine stops, the string must be scanned completely, the string must be empty, and stack also must be empty. And the state can be anything. It need not be final state. Okay, this is, so look at the these differences here. Here it has to start from initial ID by final state. This is for by final state. It has to start from initial ID and it has to reach the final state. String empty, stack can be anything. String empty, stack can be anything. Here also it has to start from initial ID and here also string empty and stack must be empty and state can be anything. The state can be anything. Whereas here state must be the final state and stack can be anything. Here stack must be empty and state can be anything. Do you understand, guys, these differences? The common points are both either by final state by empty stack. It has to start from initial ID in both cases, and in both cases the string must be empty. By final state, the machine must reach the final state and stack can be empty. Whereas by empty stack, the stack must be empty and state can be anything. So copy this, guys. Okay, now we do one design. Design a PDA. Take the question. Design a PDA for the following language. Okay. Now, here, what is L? A power n, B power n. N is 0, then epsilon. N is 1, N is 2, N is 3, like this, so on. How many strings will be there? How many strings will be there in L? Guys?
Infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite. Okay. Here, whatever the string you take from this language, in that string, the number of A's must be equal to number of B's, and moreover, it must follow the order. Order is A's followed by B's. See, you must accept A cube, B cube, but you should not accept B cube, A cube, even though A's and B's are equal. This is invalid order. If B's are more, don't accept. If A's are more, don't accept. A's and B's are equal. Look at this. A's and B's are equal. And this one, is this total string is valid or invalid? Hello. Is this A cube, B cube, A square, B square is valid or invalid? Invalid, because the language is any number of A's, A power n followed by B power n. Any number of A's followed by any, and that many number of B's. That's it. A's, then B's, again A's, again B's, again. No, it is not valid. Okay. So we must accept all these strings. We must accept all these strings, and we should not accept the invalid string like this. So what to do? How to design this? Okay. I tell you the first, this design I'll tell you very clearly, and next time onwards I don't give this much of explanation. Okay, of course I will do the design. See, I'm taking A cube. BQ, and A power 100, B power 100. The PDA accepts these two strings because these two are valid. When the machine is accepting this string, the PDA is accepting this string, it cannot count that A's are 3, it cannot count that B's are 3, and even it cannot check whether these numbers are equal or not. At the same time, the PDA accepts A power 100, B power 100. When it is accepting this string, it cannot count that A's are 100, it cannot count that B's are 100, and even it cannot check whether these numbers are equal or not. At the same time, it don't accept this A power 100, B power 99 because these A's and B's are not equal. So how this will be possible without counting the A's and B's? How can it accept the valid? How can it reject the invalid? That we will see. Okay. Already we knew this. In PDA, there will be a stack. When the machine starts, initially there will be only one symbol, that is initial stack symbol. Okay. I am taking AQ, BQ. Okay. So whatever the string we take from this language, whatever string you take, AB or A square, B square, AQ, BQ, or A power 100, B power 100, A power 200, B power 200, what must be the stop symbol? Oh, sorry, what must be the present first symbol? It must be A. The present symbol, the first symbol in whatever the string you take from this language, it must be A. So when A comes, just you push that A into the stack. Listen guys carefully. Okay. After scanning this input symbol, the machine moves to the next input symbol. Okay. This is also A. Again, when A comes, you push that symbol into the stack. Okay. The machine will move to the next input symbol. When again A comes, you just move to the next, you push that symbol into the stack. So we have scanned the 3 A's one by one, and we have pushed all those 3 A's one by one into the stack. Are you following, guys? The PDA scan the string inputs, scan the input string from left to right one by one. So first A we have pushed, and second A we have pushed, and third A we have pushed. Like this, as long as A comes, all those will be pushed into the stack. Okay. Next, once A is finished, after 3 years or 4 years or 100 years, after that B will come, because it is A power n, B power n. When B comes for this B, look at this guys, when B comes for this B, what is the top symbol in the stack here? A is the top symbol. You delete that A from the stack. When B comes, we delete this A. Okay. Next, the machine will take this input symbol. Now, what is the next input symbol? This is the B. When B comes, the topmost symbol A will be deleted. The machine move to this next input symbol. Again, when B comes, this topmost symbol A will be deleted. Guys, we have scanned 3 A's, and those 3 A's we have pushed into the stack. If B's are 3, for every B, for 3 B's, 3 A's we have popped. And if A's and B's are really equal, that means if the string is in the form of A power n, B power n, we pushed the 3 A's. When 3B comes, when 3B's comes, we have popped the 3 A's. And if the string is really equal number of A's and B's, after B, there should not be any symbol. Means, when the input string becomes empty, means after the 3 B's, the input string must be empty. When the string becomes empty, here, what is the top symbol here? Already we have popped these all 3 A's. We have deleted all these 3 A's. Now, what is the input symbol? Oh, sorry. What is the top symbol in the stack? Z0 is the top symbol. You look at this. Here, the string is empty. When the string empty in the stack, if the top symbol is Z0, that indicates here A's and B's are equal. That indicates the string is A power and B power, in the form of A power and B power n. So you accept AQ, BQ. This is the logic. This is the logic. I haven't do the design here. I didn't do any design. Just I told you the logic and procedure of designing the PDA. Here, any string you take, the strings, that string must, the top first symbol in that string must be A. Example, I am taking one more, this one, I'll give you outline. So whatever the string we take, the first symbol must be A. We push that A. We'll move to the next input symbol. Again A comes, you push. Again A comes, you push. Again A comes, you push. Like this, we keep on pushing all the A's. When A is finished, after some time B will come. When B comes, you delete the A. Again B comes, delete the A. Again B comes, delete the A. Again B comes, delete the A. Now the string is empty. When the string is empty, in the stack symbol, if the top symbol is Z0, in the stack, if the top symbol is Z0, that indicates the string is in the form of A power n, B power n. This is the logic. Okay. Now we